Let's bring in Tom Hoenig, former Kansas City Fed president, former vice chair of the FDIC. Tom, appreciate your input this morning as well. Good to see you.
It's good to be with you. Thank you for having me.
What will you be listening for this morning?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin is being handed kind of a proverbial can of worms. You have an economy that's been very strong, a lot of inflationary pressures, but also what I call an inflationary boom. And that's been in train since last year when Fed cut rates, strong fiscal policy, and now you have the Iran war and you have all this inflation breaking out. And so I think Kevin's, in terms of his own strength, he's going to have to set expectations early on, both to the president and to the FOMC. His goal is price stability, necessary if you're going to have maximum employment, and he has to set that out very clearly. And I think the other thing he's going to notice is that the yield curve is steepening as a way in of itself, kind of tightening things. Will he say, all right, let's just let things stand where they are now on the short end, let the curve steepen? That may help contain some of the inflationary pressures until we get through this. In the meantime, we'll leave rates unchanged ourselves and watch very carefully and let that work out. But he will make very clear that if inflation does become more troublesome, that he would not, I think, back down from raising rates. I think if he does anything but that, the market will begin to wonder about his ability to be independent.
And you mentioned that this is, of course, a midterm election year, which has implications for deficit spending. It has implications for, the perceived kind of relationship between Warsh and the president. Right. How do you think the FOMC members are thinking about that, if at all?
Well, I think it's a big deal. I think the deficit continues to grow. We're talking $500 billion a quarter at this rate. Someone has to buy that. There'll be pressure on you're seeing it on the yield curve now. There'll be pressure on the Fed, I think, to help moderate the steepening of the yield curve. How he deals with that with the administration and with the Treasury is very important. Right now, they're holding the long terms. They're not buying that. They're keeping it on the short end. And his message in terms of we're not going to manage the yield curve for you is a very important message to get through very early in his term, so that he is in the driver's seat leading the Fed Reserve in its goal of price stability and through that long-term maximum employment. He has to set that tone early on if he's going to remain kind of the credible leader of the Fed and provide clarity to the markets.